The ASEAN countries have a population of 670 million and a land area of 4.48 million square kilometers. They are located in the subtropics, rich in resources and have great potential. Due to the establishment of RCEP, the world's largest free trade zone, with China, Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, and other countries, ASEAN has undertaken a large number of low-end and medium-end manufacturing industries. ASEAN countries have generally escaped poverty and have a relatively high Human Development Index. Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, and other countries have a large number of internationally renowned companies investing, and Singapore is the world's top developed country. It can be said that ASEAN has the characteristics of China's economic takeoff in all aspects, and even has better conditions. So is it possible for ASEAN to develop into the next EU? In this video, we will discuss this topic. The EU has 27 countries with a total population of 450 million. Its total economic output is comparable to that of China, and its per capita GDP has reached the standard of highly developed economies. It is one of the most prosperous regions in the world. Compared with ASEAN, the EU has a slightly smaller territory and a smaller population. In addition to Western European countries such as Germany and France, the EU actually has very large cultural differences and is more diverse than ASEAN. The EU has a huge security threat: Russia. Since most of the land is located in the north, EU countries generally need to consume a lot of energy in winter. It is separated from the United States by the Atlantic Ocean and even further from China. Although ASEAN lags far behind the EU in terms of per capita GDP, it is close to Australia, a resource-rich country, borders China, the world's factory, and East Asia is also one of the most prosperous places in the world's economy, which allows ASEAN to gain a vast space far beyond the EU. Due to its location in the tropics, ASEAN countries basically will not encounter food crises and have relatively strong basic survival guarantee capabilities. ASEAN is far away from belligerent countries such as Russia, the United States, and India, so it is one of the safest regions in the world. China, the only country that has the ability to threaten ASEAN militarily, adheres to the national policy of peaceful development. Even when facing the Philippines, which is far less powerful than itself, China can handle disputes with equal strength. China is exporting infrastructure on a large scale through policies such as the Belt and Road Initiative, transferring some production capacity, and ASEAN is the most ideal destination. Therefore, China has increased investment in Southeast Asian countries, building a railway network to Singapore, and improved infrastructure such as ports, roads, and airports. China and ASEAN are each other's largest trading partners and have become a community of shared destiny. China has the technology and industrialization experience that the ASEAN urgently needs, while ASEAN has all kinds of resources that China needs, as well as a large number of young laborers. From the perspective of national defense and security, although China has assistance projects all over the world, ASEAN is closest to China and has the most stable regional environment, making it the most secure investment target. From an economic perspective, although China, Japan, and South Korea can establish high-quality free trade zones, Japan and South Korea are too pro-American politically, and China always faces structural risks. However, if ASEAN develops rapidly and deeply integrates with China's industrial chain, the more prosperous ASEAN is, the greater the help it will provide to China. If ASEAN and China prosper together, then the Western blockade of China will be meaningless. China plus ASEAN will be a supermarket for 2 billion people, with resources that all foreign countries envy. Southeast Asia has a large number of Chinese people and is the most densely populated area of overseas Chinese in the world. Singapore is a country dominated by overseas Chinese. It plays the role of brain in ASEAN and is an important bridge between China and the United States. Therefore, The combination of various factors made China's determination to promote the industrialization and modernization of ASEAN. I believe that as leaders of various countries continue to enhance mutual trust and put aside some unimportant disputes, ASEAN's development will accelerate rapidly. In the future, ASEAN will not necessarily be more developed than the EU, but it will definitely be the next engine of global economic growth. And its influence will far exceed marginalized countries such as India,